Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened, as I said it would. People will be... Oh, when have we got Leeds? Sorry, folks. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Show Football Show. Apologies first and foremost for being late. Not long been up, rough sleep, up and down like a yo-yo. Was up at... Oh, anyway, it's irrelevant. And then obviously this morning, before fucking 9:30, we hear the news that Amiri said, "Nah, you're all right, Leeds. I'm going to France. I am going to France. I don't want to know." So disappointed. Like it's not even a case of like I didn't even have time to get excited about the player. We didn't even have, was it 12 hours? Was it 12 hours? It wasn't even fucking 12 hours. This is what we're dealing with. Remember, in his sleep. In his sleep. This is my wheelhouse. I do this in my sleep. I think it is time for bullshit man again. Oh, God. The worst thing is as well, it's embarrassing. That's the thing as well, because now we've still only got 4 signings in the door. And there's 8 days left today. 8. Mental. It's mental. It's insane. Really frustrated this morning. Oh, Paul, come on, man. You're not blind, really. Please don't start doing this, Paul. You're not blind. So now we were never in for him anyway. Do you think the club come out and say we're going for a player? We'll let you know if we get him. Come on, man. It was reported on the 19th by Plettenberg that another English club was in. Then it was reported last night that one club was Leeds United. Then we hear this morning that he's turned around to Leeds and said, "Thanks for your efforts, but I don't want to know." So let's not do this. Let's not sit here and say, "Oh, yeah, well, it might, come on." And even if we've been used as a bargaining chip to get him over the line to Olympic Marseille, well, we shouldn't allow ourselves to do this. Do you know what I mean? I can't. It does me head in when people still say, yeah, come on, man. They need to be called out. I think, they went. I shared a picture on social media that someone sent me that was at the ground yesterday. That seen Steins and Kinnear basically leave almost at the same time, but into separate cars. Then there was a flight, wasn't there? There was a flight out there. And then it's like Gakpo a little bit. It's a bit like Gakpo. At least they have time to try and turn this around. But do you have confidence they will? The transfer window opened, by the way, on the 14th of June. 14th of June. Let me just get my date calculator out and just work out the difference between them two dates now. So, count days was the 14th of June of this year and today. And it has been 71 days. 71. Now, in 71 days, Leeds United have got over the line Ethan Ampadu, a free agent in Sam Byram, Cal Darlow, and Joe Rodon on loan in 71 days. We now have 8 days left. Do you have confidence you will get the 5 or 6 we need? No. I'm sort of resigning myself to the fact that we're going to get 2 or 3, which isn't enough. But what can we do to change it? Nothing, other than call them out, which on this channel, they will be called out because it is not good enough. This is a continuation of the same shit show last season. You ever watch that guy where he sits down in like universities and that, and he goes, "There's only 2 genders. Prove me wrong." You know that guy? I sometimes like watch his videos. We shouldn't have gun laws. Prove me wrong. That guy. You know, I implore anybody that I implore because I love debate shows. I love watching I watch a Speaker's Corner as well about religion. Just like hearing people debate stuff. I like it. I enjoy it. And I wanna say like this will be me at the transfer deadline day. This is the same shit ownership. Prove me wrong. You know, because that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. And I know well, I was going to say, I know they can't help it that a player's turned them down, but convince him, Crowder. That's it. Convince him. Convince him of the project. You know? Convince him of the project. But that's not being done. Ryan says he picked Europe over the championship. It's not that deep, mate. No, I understand that. I understand that, bro. I didn't even have time, Ryan, to get excited about this one. I said yesterday on last night's video, I struggle to get excited. But it's bigger than this one transfer. As I've just said, it's 71 days with 4 bodies in the door. 4 bodies in the door in 71 days. So I'm not too sure. Nige D says Connor stated Farker is now overseeing the player signings. Is this the problem? I don't know if that's true, bro. Why have you got Steinson, Kinnear, and Hammond at it? They all work in conjunction. Yes, he will sign off and say, yes, I want that player. But I don't think this is, it's just him telling them who he wants, right? That's not the case. I think Rodon from Spurs was a Steinson suggestion, personally, just because he's just come from there, you know? And obviously they come together, right? But yeah, it's not about yeah, and I suppose like Jamie Kerr says there, you could say you could easily say, well, why are we even entertaining that prospect if we know that there's a club in Europe, in Ligue 1, in a top division, are after him? Then why are we bothering? Now, if I get you've got to be ambitious, but if you're not going to get him in the end, that's another way to look at it. It's like the club inquiring about Rico Lewis. It's laughable. And still some people on Twitter were like, why is it laughable? You never know. Well, it is laughable, isn't it? Because he was playing in City's first team last season. So in what world is he going to drop down to the Championship? It's crazy, man. It's mad. But people don't want to see it for what it is. Yeah, but Mass, I get that. And for those that are saying, I get why he's chosen Marseille. I get all that. But it's bigger than that. Because we've got 8 days left. And the worry is, like Andrea was saying late last night, the worry is Leeds United could slip into panic mode. And if we slip into panic mode, mistakes can be made. You know, they've probably run through the algorithms with all these data analysts they've bought. Like when they told us the key to success is player retention, they've not retained anybody. And you know, they probably feel that the last week of the window is the best time to operate. Maybe that's what their data analysts have told them. But you must get them. I said this yesterday. You must, because if you don't, you have left this club in one hell of a shit show. If this window shuts in a week time with not major additions to the squad, then write off the season. And that's not even being dramatic. You can say what you want. Oh, whatever. Jamie Shack, yeah, he puts a shift in. We're not getting promoted with these in the first 11 on a regular basis. Squad players, yes, but not over the course of the season. Not a chance. Again, Andrew, you can't just look at stats. Like, because I can show you FB Ref and show you where he ranks in the Europe's top 5 leagues in terms of percentile for pressing and all that sort of stuff. It's unbelievable. he was likened to the players last night statistically on the stats that you mentioned to Bernardo Silva across Europe's top 5 leagues. So the eye test tells you different. The eye test tells you different. And it's, again, like people were saying, he's the creator. He's the one that is the pre-assist, the assist before the assist. You know, if you were to look at Bernardo Silva in his numbers, you'd probably go, he's rubbish. It doesn't work like this. You know, it doesn't work like this. Max, we're getting his 3 and probs 2 panics on deadline day, yeah. But who would be the panics? I just don't know where we turn. We're getting roadblocks at every turn, aren't we? We're getting roadblocks at every turn. Smarty says, big up to Ought Know Better, big up to Smarty. I think we can safely write off this season, mate. I think we've been, yeah, this is the thing. But it shouldn't be like that, should it, Smarty? It's infuriating me. It infuriates me because we should not be in this position. Whose fault is that? It's the board. It's the people that told us they could do contracts in their sleep. This is what I do. This is what I'm famous for. This is my wheelhouse. It's a continuation of the same shit show. It's the American GFH. Oh, God. It's infuriating. And I'm not even that asked about him. Top player. I listened to people and read things last night from people who know much more about ball than me. It's not even, it's bigger than that. It's the fact that in 71 days, we've got 4 bodies in the door. One of them was a free. That if we'd have had a conversation, if I'd have sat here, this is what I mean when people are bend over backwards to try and, you know, see the good in the club. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I just can't be arsed with it anymore. But for me, it's like, if I'd have sat here and told you that 3 games into the season, Sam Byram would be back at the football club and Jamie Shackleton would be playing right wing, you would be rioting. You'd be saying I've banged and hit my head. You know, you'd have said I've got amnesia and woke back up in 2012, whenever it was. Do you know what I mean? There was such a funny line on Square Balls propaganda where some lass rang in and says, Sam Byram's been one of our best players, which he has, by the way. What in the Flamingo Land 2012 shit is this? But that's where it is. You know, they've been really quiet. They've been really quiet from letting us know what's going on. Let's not forget what Angus said to the trust, by the way. We're still waiting, mate. Tick tack, tick tack, tick tack. You will be held accountable for this. We're still waiting on that. And the media they have done has come with their say-so, i.e. the puff piece in the Daily Mail. And the second bit was the Leeds United podcast, which, of course, is their own podcast, where he said, we will be aggressive in the window. If this is aggression, then I don't know. Like, aggression to me is like, is Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. These are operating at white-collar boxing levels in terms of aggression. Do you know what I mean? They're not at the top table. Not at the top table. They're not mixing it. It's just mad because I look enviously at the other football clubs. They're all doing business. All of them. Joe, you hype up every player that we've been linked with and you get us all excited, then it always goes tits up. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't hype you up last night. I didn't even know the fucking guy. I didn't even know the guy. But I'm sorry, mate. I'm the same, though. You know? I'm the same. And then wake up to shit news. Locks, I've never not panicked. I've never not panicked, mate. It's just mad, isn't it? It's just mad. Okay. Helen says European or champion. There's no. I get that, Helen. I do. I hear that. But if we right, okay. So what I would say in response to that, if we can all see that, then why are they doing that? So again, it's like you'll go, oh well, you can't blame. You know, it's not the club's fault. Of course, you're going to choose Marseille, so don't go for him then. But they clearly were given intentions that he might be interested. So if he is interested and it's out there, get it done. Because up to this point, you've not been able to get any of them done. Has there been any competition for our signings? I mean, as told, we were battling for Brandon Williams. He's chose Ipswich. So I don't know. Mr. P, big up to you, bro. 49ers to be judged on results and the strength of the squad, ground development and the promises. Let's just say it's hard so far to see any signs. It's a continuation of the same ownership. 8 days, man. 8 days. Who said he's not? Who said he's not? Hull have done better. Hull have done better. Cardiff are under a transfer embargo. They've done more than us. They're only allowed to get frees. They can only bring in frees. They've done more business than us. It's like, be real, Joe. If you don't ask, you don't. You definitely. Okay, so this is where we're in that situation of they tried then. Yeah? They tried. They tried, you know? We've heard too much of this over the past few years. We had one of the best managers. One of the best managers. And we fell for this. Not no more. Because you don't have that grace period anymore as a board from me. And from the majority of fans, I would assume. Because you messed up the best thing we ever had. We're now back where we were. So you don't have that grace period anymore. You don't have him to hide behind. So you must get these deals done. You must get these deals done. Power Your Mind, Crushing IT says they aren't signing anybody, Joe. This is all pretense just to be able to say to fans, well, we tried but couldn't get anybody. They don't have any money. This is not the real. No, I disagree with that. They do have money. The reason they have money is because they've table bids for players like Max Aarons. That was another 7 million, rising up to 12. Yeah. You know? So they have the money there. Boys, don't, Marco. Stop it. And that's another thing. I went to the shop, ran to the shop to get a vape before I came live, and I left my bedroom door open like a tit, and I walked in and I knew, and I went upstairs and he pissed on my bed again. So that was another thing. So I'm not your friend. He sat there looking at me. That's sad. Yeah, I'll be with Locks tonight. Yeah, come mate. I'm gonna be suited up. I heard this morning. I don't know the validity to it. It came from Tiff. We all know about Tiff, but apparently Sinistera's back in training. Yeah, I don't know. All these links could be. You just never know. You just never know, do you? There's tinfoil hat time. Do you know what it'll be? I can see it now, right? I can see it. We'll get to the thing, and Angus will do his interview, and it'll be, you know, we tried to get deals done, but we felt in the end it was more important to retain the services of Sinistera and Nonto. That'll be it. You can see it now, right? You can see it now, can't you? Stop it, Marco. Leave things alone, please, bro. Get off. Get off. You can see it now, can't you? Yeah, I don't blame you, Pellegrino. I don't blame you, my man. I don't blame you. It's fine. I don't take offense. I understand. I want to wish this month away. I want to wish this month away myself. It is Groundhog Day. This is the thing. It is Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Mid-table, bro. With the current squad, mid-table. Mid-table. And it's depressing because it shouldn't be like this. Why should it be like this? We were told they were going to be aggressive. We got money, all this sort of stuff. Look how excited we were when this went through. Ding dong, the witch is dead. He's left the building as Rads after he tried to siphon off Elland Road. And yeah, that's a bit harsh, Hannah Love. I've had a shave and a haircut on that, man. It's a bit harsh, man. I even went on the sunbed yesterday. That's a bit harsh. You know what I mean? Mid-table ambitious. No, tell me about it. Well, Daniel Farker said this. I almost feel sorry for him. He's not the problem. He is not the problem. His press conference is going to be interesting. I'll be reacting to that as soon as it's finished. So make sure you subscribe and like the video and get your notifications on. Sorry, so you don't miss that. Although, you just know that he's going to say, Philip, I can't lie to you, you're really triggering me. Like, you find it's funny and all that sort of shit. Okay. I'm down in the dumps, mate, because my football club's in the bin. Everyone deals with things differently in it. But you're really triggering me this morning. Like, I don't know what your problem is. Just chill out. If you think you know what's going on and you're happy and all that, then go be happy. Okay? With another 3 or 4, it will be a really good window. Right, okay. So in 71 days, we've done 4. There's 8 left. Come on, man. Yeah. Just pisses me off, man, honestly. Let's see what's being said. It's been reported as well by Peter O'Royce, chat shit though, Football Insider, but it says Southampton are ready to submit a joint bid for Swansea City duo Joel Pirro and Nathan Wood. This is what will happen, you see, because this is what always happens with Leeds. Yeah. This is what always happens with Leeds. If Joel Pirro was your man, don't do what Liverpool did and tell Lavia we want you and then go for Caicedo because Lavia will go, I'm going to go Chelsea. I wanted to come to you. You just mugged me off. Yeah. You just mugged me off. Then we're going to table a bid, yada, yada, yada. And then we go and try to sign someone else in Germany. And in that time, yo, Chris, I'm not a professional. I don't care. I'm not on Sky Sports. This isn't Sky Sports. This is the Just Joe. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, I do not care. If you don't like it, then leave. Genuinely, it's fine. About Sky TV, man. Sky TV, BBC News and that. Madness. Judges at the end of January. That's so many fucking. I can't. Man. I can't. It's funny, man. It's really frustrating, man. But yeah, this is the thing, yeah? This is the thing. Like, we're going to move for someone else, and then guess what happens, yeah? They will go to other clubs. Do you know what I mean? How much of a shit show do we look right now as well? Yeah, Chris, that's fine, mate. That is fine. If you don't, that's fine. I would prefer you to be happy and go watch someone that's going to be professional for you. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, it is totally fine. You know, no one's taking any bad news on anyone else. Like, this is the thing. You can put comments and say things to me, and then I cannot react. Is it not fair? It's fair. Arrivederci, my man. It's cool. It's just like, for me, it's really, really frustrating. And we're gonna lose other targets as well because of this. You know, it's mad. It's mad. Honestly, and it does. Sack of the board, part 6 million. Yeah, it is mad, isn't it? It's just frustrating. Let's see what's being said on the Twitter sphere. As we know, it's been reported now by a number of sources that he might be going there. That he's going to Marseille basically. He's going to Marseille and he's going Marseille and Pirro might be subject to a bid from Southampton, and I think the thing is as well with Southampton, if they do sell Shea Adams, he will go there. He will go there. But just for anyone who hasn't seen, as I say, this was at 9:20. So waking up to this news, I'll quickly share my screen with you so you can see this. Just bear with me one moment. So Nadim Amiri has rejected an offer from Leeds today as he wants to join Olympique Marseille, and that's from Florian Plettenberg, who's like top tier. So the offer was on the table. We saw images of Angus and Steinson, Greta Thunberg. I said jokingly Greta Thunberg, but I'd back Greta Thunberg to do a better job than Greta Steinson's doing at the minute. Genuinely, send her out. And as I say, he's turned around this morning. Obviously, there was flights and whatnot. Maybe they're over there. We've been here before. We know what happened with Victor Orta when he flew out to Holland to try get Cody Gakpo and, had these conversations and stayed overnight and was ultimately told, nah, well, this is the same situation. But then it's a case of if he was your man, if Joe Pirro was your man, and these aren't going to come, then what? Then what? And this is the point, what I'm saying, it's a bigger picture than just him turning this down because it didn't even last long. It wasn't even 12 hours. I wasn't overly excited by him because I didn't. If you go back to last night's video, my opening gambit was, I don't want to get excited about this because I have no confidence because we were told 12 hours ago, 24 hours ago, sorry, that we were getting Pirro. Nothing's happened. Nothing. By the evening, we were told we were getting this guy. 12 hours later, we're not getting this guy. So I'm struggling to even get excited at the minute. I'm struggling to even get excited. It's like I say, it's Groundhog Day. What more do you expect at the minute from the football club? But what happens is now, so then, because we've left it so late, do we have time to really go through other targets? Will it be a panic? Will it be a panic? And if Leeds United panic, do we get the right players in the door? Or do the club come out and say, well, we tried and don't get anybody because they don't fit the system? And then we're left with the squad that we've got, which, regardless of how positive you are, is not good enough for a promotion push. And Leeds, again, you can make yourself feel better by saying, oh, well, it's a 2-year plan, it's a 3-year plan. We should be in the mix for promotion. 100%. Remember, all they think, oh, it's in the 49ers' best interest to get promoted and that. Well, they're not operating it like now. But this is what I've said before. Every owner who takes over a football club, it's in their best interest for it to do well. No one goes into a football club and say, I'm just going to lose loads of money. I'm not going to win games, can't be arsed. Just want to lose money. Just want to burn it. That's not how it works, is it? Let's be real. Every owner wants it to be a success. But you've got to do it right. And I was just, look, there is 8 days still left. There is 8 days still left, but it's just that. It's just rough, isn't it? It's just rough. Locke says, how unprofessional. I know, broski. Sky TV, Daniel says, Joe Farker wouldn't be at the club if he doesn't trust the 49ers. If they get the spine of the first team sorted, we'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, they will. Yeah. But where is it? And when? Maliki says, always the same with Leeds back of the line. Where's Kamara? Where's Kamara, Sonny? Exactly. Exactly. I was scousing that he was in. Kamara was in, was he not? But our Leeds lining up these targets, right? and then going, do you know what? Let's try for this other person. But in that time, that target, again, I'll bring it back to Chelsea, Liverpool, and Lavia. Imagine this, right? Imagine, let's say Kamara was the man, or let's say Pirot was the man on the morning, Amiri was the man on the evening. Pirot says, yeah, I'm game, I'm coming. Yeah, sound. Okay. Leave him there. Go get Amiri. Okay. Amiri turns them down. They go back to Pirot. Yeah. And he goes, oh, no, I'm going Southampton now. Now, that might seem too cut and dry, but that is exactly what happened with Romeo Lavia's move from Liverpool to Chelsea. Because they were in for Lavia for weeks. 4 weeks. All the sounds, yeah, I'm up for coming. Then last minute they go, bam, there's 115 million for Caicedo. Oh, we want this Caicedo. Then Caicedo says, no, I'm going Chelsea. Then they go back to Lavia and he goes, no, I'm going Chelsea. This could be what was happening, man. Unfortunately, we're not in the Premier League, so we don't get the coverage as much as we used to. So, hi, Joe. I know this transfer malarkey is frustrating. I feel it, lad. You're doing an ace job. Ignore the haters and keep up the great work. Thank you very much, DLR, for fabrications. That means a lot, my broski. Thank you very much. You can't please everyone. You can't please everyone, and you've got to understand people. This is like raw. I care a lot about my football club. We've been it all, and I feel like we're having the wool pulled over our eyes as again. I do. So that's why it's frustrating, and it's frustrating when people take shots and then I'm supposed to just take it. And if you genuinely, how I react, my language, everything, the way I react to goals. This isn't Sky TV, this isn't BBC, this isn't Channel 4 News. It's the Just Joe football show who reacts from how he sees things and how if that's not for you, that's totally fine. That is totally fine. Honestly. It's all love though, but like I say, it's totally fine. Don't lose sleep over it, because I won't, it's fine. Anyway, let's jump back to the old Twitter sphere and see what's being said. Adam on Twitter says, my day off's fucked and I've only been half an hour. Cheers, Leeds. Marseille or Leeds, tricky one. I get that, I do get that. But yeah, it's the case of, if that's the case, and if it's as simple as that, and we can all see that, and we're all saying, oh well, he were never gonna choose us anyway. Well, if that's the case, then don't go for him. Do you see what I'm saying? So again, it has to come back to the decision makers at the football club. That's what we have to look at then and say, okay, well, if it was never coming in anyway, then why are we doing it? You know what I mean? It's mad. It's mad. I haven't yet, Mark. No, I will do though. I barely slept. I barely slept last night. Yes, Maliki, Mixie White, Mixie, more Halifax. Love that. I love that. More Halifax in the house. I was actually chatting to someone from Mixie yesterday because my niece and nephew used to go to Ash Green. Do you know Ash Green, Maliki? Yeah, my niece and nephew used to go to Ash Green School. I used to go Mixie Resi all the time. Does anyone know? If you know Halifax, well, you will all know reservoirs, man. You go up when the sun's shining when you're younger, jump in Resi. I mean, it's not one of them Resis that sucks you under. So let me just put that out there, because that's really dangerous. It's just like everybody does it. Or maybe it was, and I was just a young kid, man. So yeah. Oh, it's your old school, Maliki. There you go. How old are you? Because my niece and nephew, you might know them. But yeah. You're doing great work, Joe. Suffering on together. Exactly. Yeah, what was he called? Raksu. No, Raksaki's the one from Palace, isn't it? Raksu's the band who was on X Factor. What's that guy? Duck. He was called Duck. Yeah, I don't think that was ever genuine any. I don't think that was ever gen anyway, to be honest. Yes, nothing, bro. That's what I mean, nothing. Just some people, yeah, it is what it is. Exactly, snipe.genius, you know. It's all banter for me, Joe, watching you meltdown, but let's not forget my man is the artist. Yo, what a love. I love you as well, my guy. That is nice. Thank you for that, bro. Member chat, big up for Brett. Joe, thank you for all the hard work you put into this channel. Thank you very much, mate. Member for 4 months. Big up to you, Brett. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for everyone that does support the channel, but know that you don't have to. If you don't want to, like I say, it's entirely your decision, okay? But Brett, thank you for being a member now, 4 months and rising. Thank you for that. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, apparently, is that true, Lofts? This is what I mean. So, like, Leeds United are even gazumping clubs and they're still going, nah. Do you remember this? And I know this. I know these people in the chat as well that have said this, and it's a bit of crack. But do you remember those people that said it would be a good idea to go down and reset? Reset. We got a new football club, man. We're back to Leeds City. Forget Leeds United. We're Leeds City. Oh man. Yeah, Jamie, you're right. You're right, mate. It's not an attractive prospect, is it, at the minute? It's not. You've got players leaving on frees and loans. You know, you've got players refusing to play. You know, who are now back in the fold. I've read again. It's from Tiff, so I've not seen anyone who is actually ITK say at that point. Big up Tiff. Tiff. But he said that he's back in training, so I see what you did there, L. Dot. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not going to fall for it. Do you remember L. Dot? Big up wee man. Yo, it's L. Dot. Are you L. Dot? Yeah, man. This is the thing. It ruined us, didn't it? That man ruined us. It really, him and Orta ruined it. Ruined this football club. Or Perko. He's getting them ready. He's getting them ready. Trust me. 11 wins since Marcelo. Wow. How long has he been gone? 18 months. Is it more than that, maybe? I don't know. 11 wins. 1 a month? No, it's less than that. 0.5 wins a month. Matty, I commend you, my man. Because you were telling me to calm down. Don't think I forgot, boy. Big up Matty, by the way. Make sure you check out his channel. Top guy. But, you know, I hear you. You know, if you did keep singing on to Somerville, that's amazing. I can't lie, it is. Even till January, it's class. Right? It is. But I have no confidence that we get the rest of what you've mentioned at this point. Because if the links are serious, if we were serious about Pirro, if we were serious about O'Brien, if we were serious about Kamara, why aren't they in the door? Why is it taking so long? That's the thing. What is going on? People said that and got mocked for it. I wasn't one of them, by the way, but people got absolutely hammered for saying that. But they were probably right. On reflection, hindsight's a nice thing, but on reflection, Boom. And again, I've said many times before, I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill that he would have kept us up because Bielsa never lost to teams in the bottom half. Jesse single-handedly nearly took us down if it weren't for vibes, if it weren't for the players, if it weren't for Rafinha, if it weren't for Harrison. They dragged us through and said, "Do you know that football you've been telling us to do? We're not going to listen to you at all." Let's not forget this. You know, we were talking about it off air last night about how much he ruined our football club, me and Andrea and Lockie. We end up chatting for ages after, you know. But this is how mad that guy was, right? When he came in, he took our best player, our most creative force, the best goal scorer at the football club in Rafinha, right, and put him on throws. Yeah, this is how mad he is, right? He put him on throws. Then, in the January, he signed Weston McKennie. We did not see Weston McKennie take a throw until Big Sam came in. Who was the better thrower of the ball? Who was the least productive on the pitch? Who would have been better placed taking throws? Now, I know they didn't play together, but my point is you put our best player on throws at one point, and then when you actually had a guy that could throw a bloody football like it was an American football, like a quarterback, you never used it. This is what you're dealing with that man. He is meant. It's insane. It's insane. This was a guy that watched reams upon reams upon reams of set pieces taken by Brentford because they were best in Europe, and then still didn't put Weston on. It's mad. So that tells you all you need to know. And he also played Rafinha at right back. Let's not forget this. Let's not forget this. Mental. As you can see, there is a lot of emotion and anger and frustration coming out at the minute. It's just another failed target. We're running out of time. And now, the thing is, Leeds United now, right? They're back at the drawing board. This is the thing. They're back at the drawing board. So this is going to add more time. Because they clearly felt that they could get close to getting Niemi done. I called him Anthony Niemi. Anthony Niemi, man. What am I? Amiri. Anthony Niemi. This is where my head's at. He's not Finnish. He's Scottish. He's not Scottish. He's Finnish. See, I can't even get that right. But my point is, right, that they're now back at the drawing board because they've gone all out on a player, have tried to sign him, yeah, have failed, and now they have to reconvene and say, right, where do we go now? Where do we go now? And that's the thing. So that's more time. More time. And we've only got 8 days left. Tomorrow we'll have a week. And in that time, Leeds United have to play 2 games of football. Oh, God. I'm in meltdown, but is like, what else can you do at this point? What else can you do it? We have to wait, Jamie. We have to wait. We have to wait. We have to wait because we need to. They've told us they'll get it done. They've told us they will be aggressive. They've told us they do contracts in their sleep. This is light work. This is my wheelhouse. This is what I do. If they don't, then there you go. Look at this as well. This is it. This is where you're going. LUFC tickets. Yeah, LUFC tickets, the official Twitter account for Leeds United, has just tweeted out about Millwall tickets. And do you know what they've done? They've turned off replies. They've turned off replies. Because they know what's going to happen. This is what I'm saying. You can't even... That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. Wow, a tweet out. Just turn off replies. Why? Because you know you're up shit creek. That's when you know you're up shit creek. that you've turned off replies. This is going to face backlash. We're trying to sell them tickets. Just turn off the replies. What? That's mad, that, you know. Is it not? Or am I just being too crazy? Oh, well, there you go, Kieran. Then I apologise. Thanks. I need fact checking for that. But that's fair then. But they haven't on the tweet on the club tweets, right? But that's not a club tweet. It's come from LUFC tickets, so fairs. Okay. I don't know what to do now. I guess it's just a case of waiting again. Like I hate the whole when Leeds. Well, we weren't getting him anyway. Why are you bothered? Well, if that's the case, why are Leeds going in for him then? Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Well, this is the thing, Jamie. I don't think he will, but he's putting a lot of trust in the board because he said in every single window, every single meeting, every single press conference, he said, I have faith in the people making the decisions. This is what he said on a number of occasions. Is that faith starting to wane? Who knows? Who knows? I don't think he will be back, but again, this doesn't stand up for me, bro. It doesn't stand up for me. It does not stand up because every other club's doing business. Remember, let's not forget, by the way, we brought in 23 million just last week for Tyler Adams. And people are saying, yeah, but that'll be spread out. But so will our transfer fee when we buy. So that'll all be worked out as well. Do you see what I'm saying? We've saved 5 million a month in wages. 5 million a month in wages. You've received loan fees for certain players. So for those that are saying, yeah, we're getting that transfer fee in installments, we will also pay for players in installments. We're still paying for Dan James, for God's sake. Do you see what I'm saying? So it works both ways. I like Alan says bollocks to it as well, because no one else is bothered. Look at Leicester and Southampton. Do they look bothered? I mean, they've brought in money on selling actual players much more than us. And like you said, John H., money isn't the issue because they've bid for Amiri. Had Amiri woke up this morning, and said to Leeds, yes, we'd have paid. We bid for Max Aarons. Had he not gone to Bournemouth, he would be a Leeds United player. So we can't talk about this anymore. Let's not. This is what I'm saying. But that's the yarn they'll spin if they don't get the deals done. But they must, man. You can't go on like this. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Do it in your sleep. Well, wake up, try it actually awake rather than in your sleep. That's what I'd do. Instead of going to sleep, just doing that in your sleep. That's what I do. I write contracts in my sleep. Wake up and try it. Maybe you're signing on the wrong line or something. Maybe that's what's causing it. I don't know. Too aggressive, you know. Too aggressive. Not careful, we'll get sent down, man. That aggressive, not careful. Get one of them IPPs, man. Imprisonment for public protection. Mad. And this is the thing, isn't it? People who are annoyed with how my reactions are, you know, I'm emotional and all that sort of stuff, but it's caused because of this. It's caused because of this. And it's just frustrating. Logic versus the world says Theo, Andrew, Theo. A few of the a few of the key personnel at Leeds changed, so why is this window going the same? It's almost as if nothing has changed and it's a continuation of the same shit show we're in. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, you've heard enough from me. Apologies to any of those whose feelings are hurt this morning. You've got to understand it's live, it's raw, and sometimes you hurt my feelings as I hurt yours, and I do bite. I'm aware of that fact. But don't ever feel that you have to watch. You have to contribute. You don't have to do any of that. Yeah, NJ1, congratulations to your daughter as well. One of my previous ex's daughters got great results as well, so that's lovely to see. So good luck to all them. And just know that you don't need all the grades to be successful though. For anyone who's watching that hasn't done well, you don't have to. There'll be people in the chat that have got businesses that didn't get grades. I got 1C, 5 Ds, 2 Es. I went to uni when I'm on a hiatus till January, but I went to uni, and in my first year I didn't get less than a first. But I left school with 1C, 5 Ds, and 2 Es, and my C was in French, and all I can say is fucking bonjour and au revoir and un deux trois. That is it, and that was my C. So if you didn't do well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. But yeah, make sure you pay your rent, please. Make sure you pay your rent and smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks always for your Roy, mate. If we end this window, with no bodies in the door and continuing this reign of form, then we know where it's at. We know where it's at, don't we? Yeah. Listen, and I will try to say goodbye in French. So bonjour, je m'appelle Joe. Quel âge as-tu? Which means how old are you? J'habite d'Angleterre. I live in England. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 10, and that's about it. That's all I've got. And I got a C in that. So bonjour. It's like Del Boy when I'm speaking different languages, but bonjour, arrivederci, au revoir. No, bonjour's hello, innit? But yeah. We'll see. That's nice, mate. That's nice. Let me just remove you, mate, and then you don't have to come with stuff like that in the future, do you? It's always nice, isn't it, when supposed to be brothers in arms, men's mental health, talk to one another, help one another, but you just come and say, do you have mental problems? I don't know. What if I did? What's all that about? But what I've done now, mate, I've done you a favour. I've removed you from the channel, okay? So you'll be able to watch, but you won't be able to put comments in and that in future. So well done to you, pal. But yeah, Bipolar Joe in the house. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you later. Don't forget that the press conference will be live at 1:30. So I will be, reacting to that afterwards. And then I've also tonight got a video with Benjamin Bloom. Okay, Championship royalty with Benjamin Bloom. Benjamin Bloom, if you didn't know, is he's an Ipswich fan, so he'll be buzzing at the minute because obviously they're 3-3 and smashing life. And also we'll have a chat about the Championship because this guy's forgotten more than we know, to be honest. So make sure you join me. That's at 8:00. So we'll have a video reacting to the press conference about 2ish, and then I'll be back at 8:00. And then and it's a big if, anything else happens, then you'll probably see me, Lockie, and Andrea at about 10. But that depends if we've got anything. But listen, all love, Benetti, or arrivederci, and all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you in a bit. Love you all. Thanks for the continued support, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out, Leeds.